Hello everyone, Shane's Gains here. So I'm just going to do another powerlifting review again. This one got a whole load of views for some reason. I haven't watched it before, but I guess we're going to see why. I can't pronounce her last name. Kotomi, something like that. That's her first name. And yeah, so this is the first squat, 150, very strong squat. She's 74 kg. Came third, sorry. Hold on, let me not put it on,
She did, yes. She might be a little...
So how I see it, right? First of all, the squat seemed a bit shallow, first thing. Second thing is, I personally don't like squatting completely vertically. I like having a bit of horizontal tilt when I squat, right? So I lean a bit forward when I squat. It makes me feel like I'm in a more comfortable position. Squatting like this, you can squat like this if you're high bar, but generally I really don't like it. I feel it puts way too much pressure on your knees and you're in a generally less comfortable position when you're doing it.
A little bit shy there.
But when it comes to high bar, in professional powerlifting, you don't have to re-rack the weight, right? Which is I don't know. It helps with low bar as well, I guess. It just means you can have the weight higher up, so you don't have to do a mini squat to get it out, right? You can allow the spotters to re-rack it for you. But still, I prefer not to lift like that personally. But
let's see what the referees say. She opened up well. It looked really
she
good.
got it. 2 whites and a red.
She looked very comfortable under the bar.
I can't remember the last time I got my arm so close to the bar in the squat. I can't get as far as possible.
I think I was 12 the last time I got my hands that close to my shoulders. Very good control. Oh, she may have pulled up a little bit short on that one.
Again, it looks like from what I'm seeing here, it looks a little bit shallow, but we're having like a mainly front view, like slightly right view, I guess. But from what I'm seeing, the squat just looks more uncomfortable than if I was to than if it was to be low bar. If I demonstrate a low bar squat position here, hold on. You see what I mean? So you're looking straight in front of you. First of all, you're not looking straight up. You're looking, well, not straight in front of you. You're looking like straight down towards the floor. So your body's still in complete alignment with your head, but your head is looking down, so your body looks forward as well. It just seems a lot more comfortable to me, but I guess other people have different ideas on it. Because if you look at something like this, right, this seems much more comfortable. This seems much more comfortable to me, but I don't know. I didn't come third, so.
I'm going to wait for the referee
It's hard to sort of tell from this angle.
Maybe 2 reds or 3 reds. That's unlucky.
Lack of confidence under a weight she hadn't handled before.
What, she never done this in... If she hadn't done this in gym, I would say this is very ambitious, very adventurous. Probably a bit much, I don't know.
She got no fear of failing, so yeah, let's see. That's all.
Very controlled descent. She went deeper on that one.
Yeah, that's it.
Tell from that angle.
I think 2 whites. 2 whites and a red.
See what they say.
Oh, that's a bit harsh, in my opinion. That's a bit harsh, especially for the front one. I thought it was definitely on the front. I thought that was as deep as her first one, but okay. Her first squat, but I don't know.
Big the arch is. It's about how tight it makes
They have on a slingshot here, so the slingshot means when you bring the bar down, it's easier for the bar to come back up. It's literally like a slingshot. It slingshots the bar back up to an extent. Helps with lifting. This is 105 here. It doesn't look like a lot because these plates are extremely compact, right? They're called KG plates.
It's about how tight you can get it. The only advantage of having a bigger arch is you can get that chest a little bit higher.
That's the idea behind
reduce the range of motion.
But can you cause an injury if you're not careful?
Certainly not. Certainly not. It's actually
And obviously, if you're competing at a higher level of powerlifting, you're probably going to have like a pretty big arch. It's almost mandatory at this point, right? You cannot compete with the highest level benches if your arc isn't huge or you're fat, right? Those are the two things. You have to have a very distended stomach or you have to have a huge arc. Those are the only two things. And women generally more flexible, so they're able to have bigger arches, which means that their bench, although on average being lower than men for the equivalent weight classes, are greatly elevated from what I guess you could say they should be without the arc, considering like female upper body strength versus male upper body strength
Be better
on
for
average.
Okay,
benching with a flat
that's
back
interesting.
because it tightens the entire system, reduces any body.
There's a lot of other advantages, right? Scapular retraction, wrist position, leg drive. There's loads of different advantages to having an arch as well as just shorter range of motion.
Body movement throughout the system, and you're able to deliver the power directly to the bar.
Because I've many times asked that people said they should train a lot before they get into a big arch.
Yeah, look, I
That
think
could
the
cause something to
big
the
arch
spine.
develops,
Okay.
and the one thing I always talk about with athletes is not how big your arch is, it's how tight.
Also, you don't have to. So in powerlifting, you have to have your butt, your back, your upper back, and your feet on the floor. You have to have that when you lift up, not necessarily when you start. So you can start in this position. It's absolutely fine, obviously. When you get into the position where your butt's on the bench, all three of those conditions are met, then the what do you call it? The commentator, the person who gives out the commands will command you to go down, then to go back up after a second pause, and then to rack. Maybe not a second. They try to do around a second.
Your
Right, you
arch
can.
makes your
Perfect.
system.
Understand.
You'll see here.
I could certainly
Yeah,
do
just
that.
got the command, so now she can go down.
Really working through that.
Then she gets a
shirt.
press command.
Right.
Really
Oh,
There you go.
That looks good.
That was smooth all the way through. And she got 3 red lights there though. Let's have a look.
Let me analyze that a bit more because I'm not too sure why she got 3 reds. Let me see. Because that was a red on every single side. Let's see.
All the way through.
Did she wait for the command? I didn't hear the command. Maybe didn't wait for the command.
Really working through that shirt. You can see her have to
Right.
really
Oh,
work it.
that looks good.
Yeah, I would hear a command here. If I heard it so obviously before, I would hear it then. I'm guessing she just didn't hear listen to the command.
And she got 3 red lights there though. Let's have 105.
And she upped it.
Walking
Yeah, okay, so if she upped the weight, it probably wasn't a weight issue itself. It was probably a technical issue, mishearing commands or a foot come up or whatever it may be.
on an extra couple of kilos now. We'll be trying to get a little bit more power out of the shirt across the chest there. It's such a technical lift and quick bench. Getting the balance right between the shirt, the weight. It's not unusual in quick lifting to see bench press lifters miss their first, miss their second, and then absolutely destroy and
Nearly the-
smoke the third one.
Here we go.
Just taking those couple of lifts to get the balance right. See, she's got a lot more power out of that shirt on this one.
That looks
Yeah,
good.
look at that.
Yeah, you can tell she missed the command. You can hear the command so loudly now.
That. You could see on the way down, she really had to work.
That's 3
through.
whites. There's no reason for a red.
5.
She got it. I don't know how many whites or reds.
Missed her opener at 105, threw on an extra couple of kilos and smoked
Not
it.
it. And just add another 5 kilo.
Gets right up on those shoulders very, very well.
You do have limited time for setup, but it's normally quite a while. I think normally around a minute. It varies from competition to competition, but they do have a limited amount of time to get all this set up and everything like that.
Dig into that bench as much as you can. Stop any movement happening. All the levers lined up. Works it through the shirt. Holds the line really well. Good power
That
off the
looks
chest there.
powerful.
That was fast off the chest.
Yeah, that was clean.
That should be a good lift.
3 whites, I assume.
it.
Yep. There you go.
She's
How much was that?
push 5.
Okay, 112. 112.5. Okay.
Good deadlift though. Good
Alright, 162.5, let's see.
lifter.
Goes with a sumo stance here.
I would imagine
With a
she's
lifting
gonna
suit
go
on.
past her personal best today. Her opening lift moves well. Oh,
You can see the knee there. Oh, it's so unfortunate. Because it happens sometimes with me as well. The one knee locks out before the other knee. Let's see if I can get it.
and
You see right there, one knee locked out before the other knee locked out. It's very uncomfortable to keep it like that. You may just blow out your knee, which I don't think is worth it personally. But if you're competing at IPF Worlds, I don't know. Like maybe it is.
and just got to the top there.
And then go forward.
Yeah, and it looks like she was lightheaded as well. That's unfortunate.
And opener. She needs this.
Yeah.
Her predicted total puts her nicely in a bronze medal position. But she needs to get this on the board. It moved well. She just lost her balance at the top.
So put her into overall bronze. Guess this.
And again, just
Oh, that's unfortunate. If in non-competitive powerlifting, that would be fine. That would be a lift. But in competitive powerlifting, or just I guess general gym. In general gym, in my opinion, that would be fine. In professional powerlifting, you know.
just losing her balance at the top.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Only Simon
Medal
medal.
position.
She has to get the last one, or she won't come third. So she gets this one.
So she has done all this work all day
Yeah.
to go after a bronze medal overall. It comes down to this one lift. Get that head up and that chest up, shoulders back.
Big goal.
Done the work. She'll lock it out. I think she's got this
There you go,
this
finally.
time.
She
Has she
stayed.
saved herself? She has.
Even if you can go up, you don't want to. Even if that's a situation, and you feel you're able to go up in weight, it's never a good idea to go up in weight in that situation. Because you go up in weight, you mess up, you're done. You fail. You're like you could get third. You do that, then you're like bottom 14th or however many people there were. So yeah, that's the video for today. I'll see you guys in the next one. Make a video every day probably. See ya.